Hey y'all, this is Caleb and Jeff down here at the Gold Cove, 25555 Gratiot Avenue, Roseville, Michigan. Come on in and see us. And lately, as you guys know, silver and gold have been going berserk. I'm gonna ask Jeff, how do you keep your head on a swivel while silver and gold are so volatile? So Jeff, what is your opinion? How does an average guy keep their head on a swivel and not lose their mind while holding silver and gold?
That's a real tough one. I guess, how do you not lose your mind? That's tough. But I guess for me, it's easier to think that this is the longest term play I have. I mean, out of all the investments I have, precious metals and, silver, gold, just solid bullion, it's going to be the longest investment I have. And so I don't want to think about, and I can get caught up in this because I do, where the price goes down real quick, it goes up real quick, it goes down real quick. I like to just buy when I can, put a little bit of money each week, each month, whenever you feel like you can add money to it into your stack. But just recently we've seen at least me, I've seen some guys where it goes up real high, they buy it. We see them a couple days later when it shoots back down because they just lose confidence, or I don't know, they just love the swings. I would say gold and silver is not the greatest thing to, play the swings off of, although there are people that do and they can make money in it. But it's right now for a lot of our, big time investors or even small time investors, it's tough watching the market swing 6% up, 5% down, 4% up, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. So how not to lose your mind? I don't know if I can help you with that, but the one thing I can tell you is don't stay glued to the price. Just add in some money whenever you can. If you like to at the end of the year, every year, add up how much your stack's worth, but don't stay glued to it and know your numbers and I'm down 4% today, I'm down 5% today. I feel like that would just drive anybody crazy. So that's kind of my thought is, don't watch the number and make it mean a lot to you, if that helps you.
Jeff, what do you think the ideal route for silver and gold is? Do you think it's more of a form of savings or more so a form of an investment?
That's tough. So me personally, I think of my gold as my savings and silver as an investment. I like gold for wealth building. Gold has been passed down for generations. It's been used for generations. Silver, I like the play of technology, of, different batteries, technology overall, really. But I don't know if I love silver as like storing value. As you can see, the value changes a lot. Same with gold though. But me personally, I look at the silver as an investment. Gold is wealth saving. Some people might see it vice versa to that. But that's how I think about it.
What do you think your percentage of stack should be in each? You think, 10% should be in gold and the rest maybe in silver? Or what do you think the percentage should be in your opinion?
I think it should be pretty close to value-wise, 50-50. That's my thought. Okay. Now, I'm not quite that way. I'm pretty heavy on silver myself. I'm probably about 70 silver, 30 gold. But I think, buy what you believe in. I want to say at least have 10% in gold, just so you have, solid wealth right there. And then if you like silver for the play of, whatever you see in the market, your candlestick, whatever you think's going to happen next, buy some silver. So I say 90 to 10 is probably the leanest I would tell anybody to ever go, silver to gold ratio. But I think 50-50 is a pretty fair stack. Now it is hard to get there with gold because of the price of an ounce is so much. So it's tough because I'm looking at our gold thing, trying to think of what to say here. Because when you go into tenths and the quarters, you pay a high premium. Half ounces, it's not as bad. 1 ounce is the lowest premium you're probably going to get. So I would say, if you can, try to buy half ounces or bigger. Some guys just buy tenths and quarters, and that's fine too. They have a premium, and at times the premium is we need tenths and quarters sometimes, so we'll pay an extra premium for those. But yeah, I want to say 50-50 is strong. That's what I think.
Right. Now you mentioned this a little earlier on. You were talking about spreadsheets. Do you think a guy, an average, investor or someone that buys precious metals, should they have a spreadsheet of what they paid and what spot price is? Or do you think they should just buy it and completely forget about it?
What they should do and what they do is different things. Me, I would love to know what I paid for every single ounce and every single thing I ever bought, how much I paid and what it's worth now. I have very minimal records, and I'm pretty lazy about keeping records on that kind of stuff. I think it's probably beneficial to know, we have guys in here and it's almost like religiously they'll come in once a week, buy a roll of silver. And what he does with this roll of silver is he'll get a pen or a marker and he'll write down what he paid on his roll. The date, 6/12, 6/13, whatever it is, 6/13, $1,400, $1,500, whatever it is. So that's it's not a spreadsheet, but it's super simple to see, hey, this roll I paid XYZ, this roll I paid XYZ. So I think it's probably beneficial to keep record. Necessary, I would say no. I don't do it, and I want to say I'm pretty deep off, into the business. So, yeah.
What's your opinions on fractional silver with the huge premiums that they can hold?
I don't love it. I really don't love it. I guess for customers that don't have as much to spend or invest in silver, I would say sometimes they buy like a half ounce. That's okay. That's cool. But I see some of these guys, mostly online, mostly it's these whatnot guys or eBay guys, and they'll still buy like 1 gram gold, 1 gram silvers, 1 grain silvers, or they'll buy like a 1/4 ounce roll of XYZ. A lot of you guys probably have heard of Engelhard. Just the other day we had somebody talking about, I can't remember the numbers, but it was a roll of 10th ounce Engelhard rounds, and the number was just unfathomable. I want to say it was like 10 times melt value, and I don't. Then you're really getting into more of a collectible part. I don't think fractional is good to look at as investment. If you like the collectibility of it, I know a lot of the fractional stuff has cool designs and whatnot, but I don't love it as getting a lot of it or much of it or any of it.
Now, a lot of people consider 90% fractional. Do you think that would be a good route for buying fractional so you don't have to sell your whole entire silver collection when you need the cash?
Yeah, I mean, 90%'s been weird in the last 3 to 4 years, just because it died off in premium, died off in demand. But I really like the play of, we sell silver, 90% silver here almost every single day under spot. So in my mind, in my imagination, one day in the far future, silver could be, whatever number, and I should be able to get, 80%, 85%, 90% of whatever the melt value is. That's the only thing that gets me tripped up on it a little bit. But I like 90% the dimes, quarters, halves, especially right now buying it under spot, no premium. I don't know if that premium will ever come back. I really doubt it.
And we're back. Alrighty, Jeff. So you got any more talking points for here at the end of the video? What do you have for us?
I think that's kind of it, One thing, I just don't keep those eyes glued to the screen. Get some fresh air, summertime in Michigan, nice weather. Try not to be, glued to the screen, focus on the prices up and down, up and down. Let us worry about that, But yeah, don't be so volatile to like the market. Don't be so volatile to sell or to buy. A lot of times we'll see guys, it'll shoot up real high and then they want to sell, or shoot down real low and then they got to sell. And some people just have weird ways of doing that. And who knows if they'll change, but I've seen people lose money because they want to sell quick or buy quick. And, I'd like the consistent buy, wherever it goes, up or down. So I guess that concludes my talking point on keeping your head on a swivel for, this volatile market we're in currently.
Alrighty, Jeff, thank you. So there you have it, guys. That's Jeff's feedback on how to keep your head on a swivel during these crazy times. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Don't forget to check out our up and coming videos, our previous videos, and check out Cameron's whatnot here and there, right? Alrighty, guys, take care. Thank you.